Hey, Alg2. Sorry I'm not in today. What we have here is Bohemian waxwing. It's a beautiful bird that is a migratory species to Alaska. Sometimes you see them flitting about. If you don't look carefully, you can't see all these nice, colorful parts of their wings and tails. They just look like a plump gray bird. Anyway, let's get into dividing rational expressions. So we're going to be dividing rational expressions. The good news is it's very similar to multiplying. Okay. Remember, to divide a fraction, we multiply by its reciprocal. That's important to remember. Okay. There's some steps we're going to follow. Step 1, we are going to factor the numerator and denominator of each fraction. So I have x cubed times x squared minus 4 in the numerator of the first fraction, and the denominator x minus 2 times x plus 1. This is being divided by x cubed times x squared minus x minus 2 all over x minus 1 times x plus 1, because x squared minus 1 is the difference of two squares. So I have two things. This can be further factored, and so can this. So let's do that. Let's factor those. Okay. Gonna run out of room here, but we're gonna do the best we can. X squared minus 4 is the difference of two squares. And we're dividing this by x cubed times x minus 2 times x plus 1. Oof, it's getting tough. Over x minus 1 times x plus 1. That's a plus 1. What I'm going to do is cancel out common factors. So if you look at the first fraction, we have x cubed times x minus 2 times x plus 2 over x minus 2 times x plus 1. These two can cancel, so let's go ahead and cancel those out. Okay. Second fraction, x cubed times x minus 2 times x plus 1 over x minus 1 times x plus 1. These two x plus 1s cancel. So I'm going to rewrite one last time, but I'm going to write this fraction as a reciprocal. So x cubed times x plus 2 over x plus 1 times now. So as soon as I change my division to multiplication, I rewrite the second fraction as a reciprocal. X minus 1, that's a minus, over x cubed times x minus 2. Okay? Now let's rewrite it together. This is multiplying. Remember, we multiply straight across, so I'm just multiplying x cubed times x plus 2 times x minus 1. And the denominator, that is not what I wanted. What is happening here? That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. X cubed times x minus 2 times x plus 1. Okay. Two more things can cancel, which is nice. These two guys are gone. And our last step, we will factor this out. Pardon me. Or multiply it. We can actually just leave it like this, but let's multiply it. Okay. This would be our final multiplied answer. Okay. Let's do one more. I'm just going to go pretty quick, and I'm not going to talk through this one as much. All right. So let's rewrite this. So factored out, we have 2x plus 1 times x minus 4 over x minus 3, difference of two squares. That's divided by, the dogs are barking again. Jeez, dogs. Another difference of two squares, and 4 times 2x minus 1. and x minus times x minus 3. So I factored this by factoring out of 4, and then I factored the quadratic that was left over. That's how I got to this location here, okay? Then I'm going to factor each in their own fraction. So nothing factors on the left, but on the right-hand side, I have, what? That's not what I meant by factoring. Let's do that. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Those two things go away. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite underneath. We got, and I'm going to rewrite the right-hand side as its reciprocal, because when we divide two fractions, we multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So now I have 4 times x minus 3 over 2x plus 1. And then I have some more canceling to do. I'm not going to rewrite them together, but there's a 2x plus 1 in the denominator and a 2x plus 1 in the numerator. And there's an x minus 3 in the numerator and an x minus 3 in the denominator. So all that's left over on the right side is just a 4. So I have 4 times x minus 4 in the numerator. And the denominator, I just have x plus 3. I'm going to put that in quotes. And we are pretty much done. All right. That's really all there is to it. This is just a skill we're going to practice over and over again. So, oops. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me.